Hello, good morning and happy new vlog. This is where I am working today, not the Shard, the Tower of London. I have an away day here.
Welcome to another episode of Toby's Stupid Vlog.
It's quite an impressive place, isn't it, to have a meeting? You know, a castle that's more than 1,000 years old. Still, you know, there's probably some perks for getting up early on a Saturday. It's a beautiful day, as it will be tomorrow as well, but still, I'd probably lie in if I was given the chance. Anyway, we've got a strategy day today. We're going to talk about 5-year business plan and building homes and what have you. This is with Co-op Homes, and it could be quite fun actually. This is where we are today, in the armoury. This isn't us, too many people. Got a nice view though. So we're in that room there currently, having discussions. Amazing location really. So we're up on the second floor. But let's just have a look at the first floor. It's a good room for a ceremony of some sort. This is the, should have said this is the new armoury is what it's known as. All done. There's the new armoury where we were, and the sun's setting, and I'm getting on a train and going home. It'll be dark by the time I get there, but it was a constructive day. We've moved forwards. I feel positive about it, but also tired, using my brain too much. Tomorrow it'll be alleviated, hopefully, with a walk. It's Sunday, and let's see if we can guess where I'm going. So we're waiting for Tom and Steve, and we're going to carry on our walk, which will take us today through Whitchurch. Now leaving Reading, heading towards Whitchurch.
Shot in Brussels.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Some sort of goose park. Geese. And pigeons. Millions of pigeons. Some sort of avian collective. Here's a weir. Where are we? Actually, I'm not sure. Maple Durham Rock. On the way to Whitchurch. It's very nice out indeed. Sunny and bright, and as always with the Thames, very pleasant. In fact, this is the first sort of hilly area we've really come across, certainly for a while. Check out this selection of cows. There we go, there's some more cows. It's a really big fat cow. And we got briefly lost in Whitchurch, but we've refound our route. We're not yet back to the Thames, but it is this way. It's a very dusky, that's the word. It's a bit too dark to get the drone out, so I carried it for about a mile, which is a bit pointless. This is a good field to fly it, if you could actually see anything. Anyway, we're just approaching the edge of Goring, which is where I shall get the train back. Good morning, just barely. It's Monday, and I am trying to design a walk for myself that involves me buying kimchi. and then I can have it for lunch. So that's why we're kind of taking a very strange route to Kew past Cambridge Cottage and what have you. Yesterday's walk was amazing. It was 23 kilometres, which was a little more than I was expecting, and the most I've walked in a day since we did the Shine Marathon. But yeah, very enjoyable. Got a little bit of drone footage, but there wasn't actually a lot of places to fly it that wouldn't involve crashing into a tree. So, but all in all, a good way to spend Sunday and possibly the last nice day of the year. So now getting used to winter before it arrives in a month. So I'm now back on the Thames path again. As you can see, very busy. That's looking back towards Kew. It's looking down towards Richmond. So yeah, exceptional. The Thames Walk, Thames Path Challenge actually as it's known, is something I don't think we ever thought we'd get past Reading, but now that we have, it feels very much like we'd like to finish it. I mean, we're not probably halfway yet. That's a bold statement. It's 3 more legs to get to Oxford. Done a bit of maths this morning, and then from Oxford I don't know, but it's probably another 10, maybe more, maybe 15. So this could still be going on in like 5 years time. It's very possible indeed. But we sort of have a renewed vigour, I would say, this year, a desire to kind of get it done because we had a bit of time off. And so we've done 2 stages in the last 4 months. That's pretty good by our standards. Anyway, it's probably not going to happen again till spring now because weather and that, but that's just how it is. Now, come Thursday, it will be Thanksgiving, which is not a festival celebrated a lot in the UK. Bit of a shame, ignoring the, connotations about colonisation and decimation of local populations and smallpox, etc. The key principles of celebrating family seem worthy of celebration in every country. So we will be going out to have a nice Thanksgiving dinner at the Savoy, no less, because that's the nicest menu we found. And Jackson and Rye do a very good sort of a cheap Thanksgiving meal that we went to with Adam and Corin last year, but they're actually in the States this time round, so we're going out on our own. It should be quite fun. I've just made it down to Richmond Lock, and I've only just passed the first 2 people on the whole Thames Path part of the walk. I walked about 2.5 miles and didn't see a single person, and that's all 2 at once. But I'm now going to turn left across Old Deer Park and go and head to my Oriental supermarket. Hi, happy Tuesday. It is a crap day today. I mean, only from a meteorological standpoint, you understand, but it's about 4 or 5 degrees at its highest, and it is grey, and it's been drizzling since the sun has come up. So I'm trying to make the most of it by wandering around in the grey wetness. So I've come around, having had lunch in Richmond, back through Old Deer Park to retrace my steps from yesterday, just to do a bit of walking. It's a horrible day. It's not fun, but I have done a little bit of Christmas shopping, so it hasn't been completely wasted, and I'm just going to try and power on through these steps. I don't think I'm going to film much more unless I see something spectacular. We'll see if I see anyone on this path between here and Brentford Gate. I don't think that's very likely. Well, I saw 3 people, so that's even busier than yesterday. Shock horror. I've made it to Kew, as you can see. I'm going to go on the quickest possible cut through because it's just not fun being outdoors in this weather, and I've done as many steps as I can be bothered to do, so I'm going to go home and do some actual work instead. So the grey clouds from yesterday and the drizzle is departing this morning. There is some light in the sky, and it's looking like it might be a pleasant, if slightly wintry day. Although winter isn't supposed to start for like a month, it's definitely started.
2 or 3 years ago, we saw the opportunity coming and have been working towards that. We launched earlier this year, and we very much focused on, okay, what do landlords need?
Look where I am again. It is Tower Bridge, just the other side this time. Tower London's on the far side. I've been filming at the Tower Hotel behind me, this building here. Again, part of parade video. And it is very cold today, but luckily I'm carrying loads of really heavy equipment, so that's really balanced out nicely. I'm back in town. You can probably just make out some of the lights there on now. And a Christmas tree at Scotland Yard. It's Thanksgiving, so we're going out for dinner at the Savoy tonight, which will be very nice. And is our November thing, as it were. So I'm very much looking forward to it. Hello there, happy Friday. Yesterday seemed to be just trips backwards and forwards into town on the district line. You saw I was up in near the Tower of London, Tower Bridge yesterday. That was filming for some New Year's Day parade stuff, as I mentioned. Like 3 or 4 interviews. I had to go up there for a couple of hours and then come back. And then we went back up into town for the Thanksgiving meal, which I didn't film mainly because it's too dark in most restaurants for this old iPhone 6S. So it was very nice. I really like Thanksgiving as a festival, and the food is good, and it was nice to just go out somewhere posh, and I got to wear a nice watch and just relax for a little bit to just the two of us. So that was very good. Anyway, today is Friday. I've got lots of things I've got to do today. I've done one, I'm halfway through another, and I haven't started the third. There's technically a fourth, but that can wait. So there's a lot of work, but I also need to go for a bit of a walk before it gets dark and have some lunch. So those are all the things I'm going to do before I give you a word of the week, which will happen, I promise. Good afternoon again. So Q closes early at this time of year, pretty much for the rest of the year because of Christmas at Q. So you can't get in after 2:30, which is a bit annoying, but you know, I'll get over it. So I'm going to have to do my steps outside of the gardens, which I am doing currently, before it gets dark, which it will do in about an hour's time. So let's do the word of the week. My hair is an absolute shambles today, so try and distract yourself. So the word of the week this week, because it's been getting darker and darker, is the dark. So let's do the dark as our word of the week. So first of all, in German, the dark is die Dunkelheit. Die Dunkelheit. That is the dark in German. And in Italian, it is il buio. Il buio. That is the dark in Italian. And that was this week's word of the week. I don't often come out onto Kew Green itself. Obviously, I play cricket here in the summer. It's very nice when the sun's out. It's a bit gloomier at the moment. I was going to do Village Green as a word of the week, but green doesn't really translate. I mean, the colour does, and that translates quite literally, but the idea of a sort of small village park doesn't really. And park in all languages is some form of the word park or parko, so that wasn't very interesting. But this is Kew Green from inside of it. It's the Elizabeth Gate into Kew Gardens, which is now closed to new enterers. Now I'm going to continue my walk. I think I might cross the bridge and do like one bridge and come back. So now that Thanksgiving is done, there's really no excuse to not talk about Christmas. My only go-to usually is like, Advent hasn't started, 1st of December, but there's nothing else in the way, so I probably shouldn't continue to deflect. As always, I'm really struggling coming up with ideas for Christmas presents. As a 38-year-old man with a salary, you kind of buy things you want. And I'm not alone in being awkward to buy for in my family. If anything, this is the norm. But that does need a bit of concerted effort now. Next week things get busy again. I've got a conference and an awards to film on 2 different days. Really got to properly knuckle down with this New Year's Day parade making of video, which in all honesty, other than we haven't really started with the editing, it airs in 2 weeks. Yes, that is alarming, I'm very aware. Yes, and I've got a couple of last board meetings of the year coming up in the next couple of weeks. So there's a lot going on, and there's projects that are still outstanding and not quite finished, and they all need wrapping up, tying in a nice little bow before Christmas. So that is going to be what next week involves. Could be a very short vlog next week, just to give you a bit of advance warning. And the sun is sort of fading here, so I'm going to finish my walk all the way around back home. But for the time being, I will say thank you very much for watching, and I hope you'll join me next week.
Toby